Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jay here. So, finally getting around to messing with the two cars. I got them swapped around. I've got the Camaro outside under the cover now. And as you can see, I have the Trans Am in the garage. So this weekend is going to be a weekend where I start actually the disassembly process and, swapping some parts around and getting a real game plan put together. So I just want to, do a quick update. Told you guys I was going to. All 93 of you. So yeah, I'm going to keep this video going throughout the weekend. I got a nice long weekend because of the holiday. I'm going to try and spend as much time on this project as I can. And, I'm actually really excited for the end result. I know it's not going to be done for a long ass time, but, this one's going to be done right. I'm not going to take any shortcuts. I'm not going to use a single fucking sheet metal screw on the car. Everything's going to be done right. The race car was a little different story. A lot of things were fixed in a hurry at the track, or, I took a lot of shortcuts. So this one, I'm not going to take zero shortcuts. So yeah, hope you're as excited as I am, and stay tuned. All right, good morning. Jay here. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning that is, and I'm just getting everything kind of ready. As you can see, I told you yesterday, I did mention that today was going to be day one. I've got both cars ready, basically nose to nose, and I think today's objective is going to be to just get some of the parts off of Berserker, such as the K-member, brakes, stuff like that, suspension, and start chipping away at getting the engine out of Raven back here. Trying to do this as clean as possible. Like I said yesterday, I don't want to take any shortcuts. I was going to try and pull the engine and trans out together. I just don't see how that's going to be possible. So I'm going to get it up in the air, probably pull the trans first. Actually, let me back up. I'm going to start disconnecting everything on the top side here because I don't have it up in the air yet. And then I'll put it up in the air and then start working on getting the trans out. So that's where we're at. I'm not going to bore you with the time lapse of me pulling an engine trans out. If you're watching this, you've probably seen it done quite a few times. And if not, if that's the kind of stuff you want to see, leave it in the comments and I'll, make it a point to add more stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and periodically I'll stop and show progress, stuff like that, and, keep you on this journey with me. So stay tuned. All right, so we're a couple hours in, and doesn't look like I've got much done on here, but, well, I forgot how hard it is to work on something that has everything in there, and everything's rusty and grimy. I've almost got everything disconnected. We're going to take the hood off next, and I think tomorrow I'll undo the transmission and drive shaft and all that stuff, and we're going to try and pull this son of a bitch out through the top. I had the crazy idea of jacking the front end way up in the air and trying to slide the whole cradle out and engine and trans everything out through the bottom, but I'm not too comfortable with doing that on this car. So out through the top it comes. So over here I got my neighbor Bill. Say hi, Bill.
What's that?
That's not his real voice. But we're taking more off the Berserker today. Bill's been going buck wild on it. We got most of the stuff out of the back, all the electronics, wires, trans cooler. He's working on the bulkhead connectors now, and then I think tomorrow we'll put it up in the air and start taking lines and stuff off of it. So just want to give you a quick update, and yeah, so I'll post another update here in a little bit. Thanks. All right, so it's Sunday, day 2. We're getting ready to get started. I got some blankets and shit draped over the front end of the Trans Am, and we're gonna get ready. We're gonna uncover the Camaro here shortly and finish working on it. Today's plan is to get the motor and transmission out of Raven, and I believe I can get the engine and trans out together. I'm going to try. So I'm about to get the front end up and undo the trans mount, the drive shaft, and then see what we're working with. So I'll be back later. Thank you. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? So, hang on, there's an ant on my phone. There we go. So today's Monday. I have today off, and yesterday kind of sucked. So I didn't really make any updates or anything like that. We fought getting this engine to come out all day. I mean, every bolt was either rounded off or super rusty or broken. So basically I spent all day out here yesterday working on getting maybe 20 bolts undone or worked. And then called it quits last night because we lost daylight. But I had it ready the engine ready to come out. So I came out here this morning, and literally within 5 minutes I had it out. So I think what I'm going to do next is work on getting the other side header off, getting the starter off because it's still just hanging there from the harness, and maybe work on getting the transmission out. I'm not sure yet. Pretty sore, but the engine is out, and really not sure how much more I'm going to do today. Like I said, I'm sore, and yeah, I think the wife's kind of pissed at me too because I was literally out here all day yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around, show you the mess I'm working with, and all right, as you can see, here's the engine. It's nothing spectacular. It's just a anemic little 305 that I don't think has been maintained at all. You can kind of see inside of here, it's been dried up for quite some time. There ain't a whole lot of oil in there. So the guy I bought it off of said it ran a year ago, and he showed me a video of it running before it shit the bed on him. So I'm taking him at his word, and I don't see why he would lie about it. But I'm guessing that whoever owned it before him, well, I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions. I have no idea how many miles are on it or anything like that. I don't know if the odometer's legit. None of that. I don't care though, because I'm using that. So, but take a look at this mess of an engine bay. I'm sure you've seen one, you've seen them all. This one is disgusting, like most are. You can see the original red color back there. So all the black, I guess that's where they were able to reach with a rattle can. And then, just paint it around the engine. That would explain the black that's all over all the plastics and stuff, which is fine because I'm going to redo it all anyways. I'm wondering if the guy I bought it off of knew about some of the stuff though that's in here, like stock torque converter. It has some decent headers in there that are going to be coming out, and I'll post them up for sale. It's got some Hooker Competition shorties on it. I think they're the coated ones too. But it's got it's got like a weird plate screwed in down there underneath the brake booster. Don't know what that's all about. Harness has been hacked up pretty good. Like, no wires, just cut in half, but you can tell like a lot of repairs have been made. So yeah, I think today what I'm going to do is going to get the starter out. Oh, and it has a mini starter from the looks of it. Not sure if it's any good or not. I'm going to get that other header out and maybe work on the K-member and then try and drop the transmission down, slide it out, or do none of that and just clean up and go back inside. I don't know. I've yet to determine that. But I just want to give you a quick update. I did work on it all day yesterday, and it kicked my ass getting the bell housing bolts out. At least 3 of them were a pain in the ass. One of the motor mount bolts was in opposite of the other one. I don't want to say backwards, because I have a feeling it was done that way intentionally, because the oil cooler lines were on the other side that would prevent the bolt from coming out. However, having the bolt in the other way, I couldn't get it out either because the brake line was in the way, the one that's, you know, sheet metal screwed or screwed into the cross member or the K member. Yeah, so I had to undo that, and it just sucked. And I was trying to get the intake off, and I got almost all the bolts out, and then these ones in the corners, every single one of them, with the exception of the two in the back, I got those out. The two in the front were already stripped out. I kind of wanted to pull the intake off and see if this thing has a cam in it, because the guy I bought it off of said that he thinks that there's a cam in it. So I was like, okay, well, if it's got a cam in it, and if it's a decent one, I'll sell it, you know. But now I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I'm probably just going to kick this thing off into a corner somewhere, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm not sure that I want to spend any sort of money on this 305. Now, if it was like a special engine, then absolutely I would. But from everything I've researched and found out, it's just your basic run-of-the-mill 305. They stuffed them in there. They weren't really worried about the engine performance per se on this car, but more or less the steering and suspension and the amenities, stuff like that. Because it has like every option you can think of. They just decided to put this turd in it. So yeah, I don't know what the future has to hold for this thing. We got a lot of the Berserker worked on yesterday too. Up here it doesn't look like much has changed, but all the little knickknacks that I had on here are pretty much gone. The remote battery terminals, a bunch of different fuel lines, interior, we got all the harnesses out, right? All the wiring and switch panel, you know, everything is out. Everything that I want to take out. I mean, the column's still going to come out. I'm not sure I'm going to use it or not, but whatever I decide to do with this car, the column's not going with it. I'll probably take the seat out too, just because the RCI brackets that are in it, I paid good money for those. So those will probably come out. But you can see through here in the back, you know, fuel cell, a fan, like everything's gone. Even the weight bars I had made for no preparation, those are gone. My remote battery terminals back here are gone. I mean, so we spent a lot of time on that yesterday too. Well, my neighbor did. While I was working on Raven, my neighbor was working on Berserker. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to cut that off here. Try and put a plan together for the rest of the day, or hell, I may just call it quits. I guess I'll let you know in the next update. So stay tuned. Alright, so I went ahead, I got that other header out, I got the starter out, and I went ahead and started taking this side apart. Come to find out, like I think I might have stated before, but it has lowering springs on it, right? So those will probably be for sale. And I'm going to take the advice of my buddy Matt Walter, and I'm going to not put my manual rack in the car. I am going to put my tubular K member in it, but the manual rack that is in the Camaro, along with the steering column and steering shaft, and the steering wheel with quick release hub, sorry, that'll probably all be for sale here very soon. But yeah, I'm taking my time, you know, fighting rust and punching dust, you know, and I think I'm going to call it quits for today. I'm going to clean up. I got a mess to clean up. This is nothing compared to yesterday. I'm going to put my tools away, and then I'll go ahead and do an outro and get this wrapped up. And I know it ain't much, but I told you I'd keep you updated. So hope you enjoyed it, and thanks again. Just a quick recap. We got the engine out of the Firebird. I'm working on getting the K-member out now. The Camaro, we got a bunch more parts out of it. Again, like I said earlier in the video, I'll probably be selling my Flaming River manual rack, steering column, and steering shaft. Probably my Grant steering wheel with the quick release hub as well. So if you're interested, hit me up on Facebook or comment in this video, and we can talk. But I hope you enjoyed it. That's going to wrap this up, and until next time, thank you.
The echoes of